And it's time for another edition of the 30-Minute Magazine Show that features Metro State sports and their highlights from this past month.
Miller thought about it, and right in for Jonathan Morse, slams it down.
Game, you can count on Metro just taking this one as Morse banks out the backboard and in.
That's right, men's basketball superstar Jonathan Morse will be right here to tell us about his 4 years here at Metro State. Let's power this show into overdrive.
This one goes to 11.
Thanks for joining us here on the Roadrunner Review. I'm Peter Aragon along with Kevin Hall. And before we find out if baseball slugger Jacob Nelson can break the school record for the consecutive games with a home run, the wonderful Paula Morales is back to catch us up on all the Roadrunner news. Paula, congratulations on graduating from this proud institution.
Thanks, guys, and I have to say that it is such an amazing feeling to finally have earned my degree from Metro State, but obviously I'm not quite ready to exit stage left just yet. Hello out there, Roadrunner fans. Plenty of news to bring you, and we're going to start with the introduction of a new sport to the program. Metro Athletic Director Joan McDermott made the announcement this past month that women's golf has been added. It is the 16th varsity sport here at Metro State, and it will be led by head coach Ben Porty. Porty spent this past 3 seasons as an assistant head coach for the men's and women's teams at the University of Northern Colorado. This move allows Metro to stay in compliance with Title IX, and Porty will look to find a home for the golf team before the beginning of next season. If a new sport wasn't exciting enough for Roadrunner Nation, how about the news that our men's and women's basketball coaches won't be going anywhere anytime soon? Men's basketball head coach Derek Clark and women's head coach Tanya Javi were signed to 3-year contracts with the university option for 2 additional years. This is incredible news for the programs, as winning and high academic success goes hand in hand for both coaches. The men's team is coming off one of its most successful seasons, reaching the national championship game while posting an impressive 3.13 3-point average in the classroom. Have led the women's team to its 3rd straight NCAA tournament appearance while recording a stellar 3.41 GPA from her squad. We have to thank Metro President Stephen Jordan and Joan McDermott for making this happen and keeping that winning tradition here in downtown Denver. And finally, we just can't get enough accolades from the academic side, as outdoor track and field stud Kirk Harvey was named Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference Academic Athlete of the Year. The junior from Lafayette has an extraordinary 3.85 GPA in biology with a minor in chemistry. I wonder if he studies with Jonathan Morse and Nicholas Kay for men's basketball. They also excel in that biology major. Harvey is the 4th Roadrunner this year to be named to this top RMAC academic award for their respective sport. He joins Mark Hirschberger in men's soccer, Mitch McCarron in men's basketball, and Gabriel Vlahos in men's tennis. Congrats, Kirk, and I'm sure we'll see more of him on the show as he battles toward an NCAA championship in the steeplechase. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Paula. And Kevin, it's great to hear that we signed Coach Derek Clark and Tanya Javi to those long contract extensions.
Yeah, it's going to be cool to see how much they can build their respective programs and hopefully bring home a national title.
Yeah, that is a 104-22 record coming back here to Metro State from the past 3 seasons, so congratulations to them. But it's time for some highlights as we bring you the baseball team and their run toward the RMAC tournament title.
Last time on the show, we saw that the Roadrunners clinched a spot in the conference postseason tournament, but had a chance to grab a higher seed with 1 weekend left to go on the regular season.
The Roadrunners guaranteed at least a 6th spot, but hoping to grab the 5th to avoid taking on Carl Mesa in the first round. They had always tough New Mexico Highlands in their way for a 4-game set. Game 1 and the Cowboys strike first. Corey Falvey takes Metro pitcher Nick Hammett deep for a 3-run blast and the 3-0 lead. Runners battle back. Senior 3rd baseman Jacob Nelson connects on a 3-run home run of his own to put his team up 5-4. This was the 5th straight game in which Nelson has gone deep, which ties a school record. Highlands comes right back in the top of the 8th. Jordan Falcon doubles in a couple runs, and the road team is back up 8-7. But Metro would have the final say, scoring 5 runs in the bottom of the 8th to take the 12-8 win to start the series.
Mike Thill on the mound for Game 2, but it was the offense that was the spark. Danny Miller doubles, bringing home 2 runs for a 2-0 first inning lead. Thomas Lyons drives this pitch to deep right center. Jeff Levitt chasing it down, goes up on the fence, but is just outside his reach. Lyons' shot gives Hounds a 4-2 lead after 4 innings. Sophomore Darryl Baca evens things up with the Cowboys driving in Nelson, game knotted at 4. But Metro's bullpen struggled, giving up 4 runs in the top of the 7th inning, sending Metro to the 8-5 loss. A bright spot, however, as Nelson goes deep for the 6th straight game, breaking the previous mark of 5 held by Doug Montgomery, who set the record back in 1986.
Justin Arsenault took the mound and had one of his best pitching performances this year, going 5 2/3, giving up 4 earned runs while striking out 7 Cowboys. Bobby homered again for Highlands, giving his team the 4-0 advantage after 6 innings. The home team would rally. First, Zach Baldini drives in a run, then Marky Ordovez doubles to left field, bringing home a pair. And Baca ties the game on an RBI triple, scoring Nelson from second. Then with 2 outs, bottom of the 9th, Levitt is clutch with a single, driving in the winning run. The win clinched the 5th seed in the RMAC tournament. After a year off, Coach Otis' squad is back in the RMAC tournament, earning that 5th seed, avoiding the highly ranked Mavericks from Colorado Mesa.
But they had to take on a very hot Thunderwolves squad from CSU Pueblo. The 2013 tournament took place west in Grand Junction, but first some conference awards were handed out before the postseason even started.
Nelson's home run charge was recognized by the conference as he was named the RMAC April Athlete of the Month. The Lakewood native hit .417, driving in 27 batters, scoring 17 runs, and blasting 7 round trippers in only 16 games.
Nelson has to make some more room in his trophy case as the RMAC handed out its annual All-Conference Awards as well. Nelson earned all first-team honors for his stellar senior season. Pitcher Patrick Gogin and outfielder Alex Schrupp earned all second-team honors. Gogin went 4-4 with 3.59 ERA, while Schrupp was captain clutch, hitting .368 and driving in 36 RBIs.
On to the first round of the tournament, the Roadrunners gave up 3 runs in the first inning that allowed CSU Pueblo to roll to the 4-1 win. Gogin pitched well despite the rough first inning, but the offense could only come up with 6 total hits.
Metro couldn't avoid elimination, falling 8-0 against Colorado Mesa the following day. The offense was once again stifled by the opposing pitcher, recording just 6 hits and managing just 1 walk. The season officially comes to an end.
Well, it looked like Metro's offense finally found its groove just in time for that postseason, but it just didn't carry over.
Yeah, but pitching always seems to win out when it matters the most, but they are getting a lot of talent for next season.
Well, can't wait to see how well they do. Well, coming up next on the show, Jonathan Morse, one of the men's basketball team's all-time greats, joins us in studio for an exclusive interview. We go in depth with an All-American, so stay tuned. We're coming right back.
The Roadrunner Review is brought to you by its proud sponsors, Panorama Orthopedics and Spine Center. From sports injuries to spine injuries to total joints for arthritis, they are in your neighborhood caring for your injuries. Located at 3 convenient locations, Golden, Littleton, and Thornton.
Welcome back, and now joining us on the show is the big man from Boulder and the 4-year superstar for our men's basketball team, Mr. Jonathan Morse. And Jonathan, thanks for joining us.
Of course, glad to be here.
Well, you had a little time to reflect on the season now, your past 4 years. Did it go by really fast for you, or was it really long?
Went by way too fast, way too fast. Seems like just yesterday I was playing freshman year, just starting out, not knowing what I was doing.
And now, going back to 2009, I mean, before your first 6 a.m. practice, your brothers played here, had a great career here at Metro. Was there any doubt in your mind that you were going to not come to Metro, or was there any other place that you would go?
Well, coming out of high school, I was a little unsure. They didn't really let me know that they were interested in me until after my senior year with basketball. But once they, let me know I was they were interested in me, I was, it was no question coming out here.
And so talk about that first year under head coach Brandon Hayes. You were, I believe, all RMAC third team, won the RMAC tournament title, got to go to the NCAA tournament. Talk about the great start you got when you first started here at Metro State.
It was kind of an easy transition because I knew what was coming. I've heard the stories from my brothers. There was nothing that really surprised me other than, the intensity of the practice. It's hard to simulate that in high school or any other way like that. My first 6 a.m. practice, I think that was the only day of the year, only day of the 4 years that I actually got out of bed ready to go, because that was the only day I had to be ready for it. But once you got used to it, you know, you just got in the system, you got used to it.
Now, after your first freshman year, did you say to yourself, this is why I came here? Like, Metro has a great tradition, and these next couple years are going to be amazing and epic.
Absolutely. You know, after my first year, we obviously won the RMAC title, went to the first round of the NCAA tournament, lost a tough one to the eventual Final Four team. So I knew I was right there as far as we were right there as far as the program, getting to the Final Four, getting to that big stage. So, you know, it wasn't a question of whether I was here ready for the tradition or whatnot, but we were ready to go as a program to take off.
Well, we are just getting started here with JMO. When we come back, the 6'8" forward, we'll talk about his journey becoming one of the best Roadrunners of all time, and we'll chat with him about his impeccable academic success as well. You don't want to miss it here on the Roadrunner Review.
The Roadrunner Review would like to thank its sponsors, Jason's Deli. Real food is fresh, higher quality, more flavorful, less processed, and naturally better tasting. Get real food at any Jason's Deli location. And the Boulder Broker Inn, a proud partner and preferred hotel for Metro State Athletics.
Welcome back. We're still here with Jonathan Morse, the all-time leading rebounder in Metro State men's basketball history. And let's talk about that a little bit, going and grabbing those missed shots. What is it about going up for those rebounds for you? Do you just get excited and amped just to beat out that other player?
It's something that I've always done, you know, especially in high school. No offense is really big man mentality, get the ball inside. So especially offensive rebounding, that's how I got a lot of my touches in high school and AAU and everything like that, and just carried over to Metro. You know, my freshman year I was pretty successful on both ends of the floor, and then I just continued to get better, made it a goal every single year to get better and better. So
while you're a beast in the paint, you were incredible in the classroom as well. You were won numerous academic awards, the 2012-2013 Division II Bulletin second team All-America. Just talk about your time in the classroom. How do you deal with that with your studies and basketball?
You know, it gets tough, you know, especially when we're on the road and we're missing classes. Especially rough this last year when we were gone for so long, you know, with the Elite Eight and the Final Four and everything like that. But the professors here at Metro did a spectacular job of helping us out, you know, working with us, and not really didn't fall behind too bad. You know, it took a lot of work getting back, you know, especially with some of the classes I was taking, but, you know, they were very good helping us out. And then academics has always been a big thing in my family. You know, my dad was really, really smart in high school, and so he tried to, you know, not push it on us, but, you know, make us strive for academic success in the classroom as well.
So now, switching over to Coach Clark, he came over in your sophomore year, and you had a little bit of familiarity with him because he was an assistant under Coach Dunlap when your brothers were here. What were your initial thoughts when you heard he was coming over?
I was excited. You know, I heard that he was getting the job. I said, all right, great. He was actually the bigs coach when my brothers were here. I was like, all right, good. Big guy mentality, you know, helped me out a little bit. But, you know, it was awesome. That first year, you could tell he's never really been a head coach before. You saw the learning curve with him. But after, you know, we actually won a game in the regionals, and, you know, after that I was like, okay, you know, let's see what he can do. And then the year after that we went to the Elite Eight, and obviously this year we went to the national championship. So he's going to be a great coach in the future, wherever he ends up.
So what has Coach Clark meant to you though in your 3 years since he's been coaching?
He's meant everything to me, just because, you know, he was a mentor on and off the floor. You know, he pushed me. He never let me settle for mediocre. You know, if I had a bad day in practice, he let me know it. You know, because he knew the potential of the player that I had the potential of becoming. You know, he needed me to be a leader on and off the floor. So he pushed me towards that, especially my first 2 years.
So now, after you defeated the Orediggers, you moved on to the Elite Eight into Highlands Heights, Kentucky. Just talk about that experience playing in the Elite Eight.
That was my first Elite Eight, and it was incredible. You know, we got a private charter out there that the NCAA took care of, and, you know, we were going out there. We felt like kings at that point. You know, going out there to the Elite Eight. We were playing in a nice arena, nice floor, everything like that. We were excited because it was an opportunity. We were one of the last 8 teams standing in the nation in order to compete for a national championship.
And so going into that senior season with those 9 returners, did you feel like you had to take the reins, and what was it like taking over those reins as that senior leader finally?
Yeah, you know, the experience I've had the previous 3 years before that, you know, I was ready to take that on. You know, lead the young guys at least, and you know, informing them what we got to do, keeping our minds right, reminding our team what we did last year and where we want to be this year.
Well, we do have to take another break here on the Roadrunner review. So, Jonathan, you'll come back and join us, right?
Of course.
Okay, good. So make sure you come back for that. He'll talk about his senior season and the incredible trip to the national championship. Don't go anywhere.
Metro State Roadrunners, one of the most successful Division II programs in the nation. 6 national championships, 65 conference championships in the RMAC, 248 All-Americans. The season is almost here, and admission is free for all students. Great prizes will be handed out at select games, so make sure you're in the crowd. You can also follow the Roadrunners through Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and GoMetroState.com. Get in the game and get rowdy.
So glad you made it back, and men's basketball All-American Jonathan Morse still joins us here on the Roadrunner Review. And All-American, that's not a bad title to have here in Metro State career. Was it one of your goals to get that?
When I first came here as a freshman, you know, that was obviously an aspiration that I had. It didn't become reality until last year, my junior year. My coaches actually were more, you know, pushing that towards anything, if anything. But throughout the year, my coach was like, you can be All-American, you could be this, you could do that, you could do that, you just got to do this, do that. And, you know, they pushed me forward. They pushed me in order to get that. So I credit my coaches for that one.
And now let's take a look back on your senior season. Everyone says that they want to go out with a bang, and you definitely did.
Mm-hmm.
Like, could you ever imagine that your team would reach the heights that they did this past season?
You know, that was always a goal. Every year, that's a goal for every team in the nation. So you almost expect to get there, especially with the hard work that we put in, and with where we were last year. You know, it doesn't come without hard work. That confidence that we had getting to that level all came from hard work and the great coaching staff that we had to push forward that.
Talk about the national championship game a little bit more. First one, what did it mean for you, the other seniors, and the rest of the team?
Obviously, we wanted to go out winning the national championship, but being that experience you can't replace with anything else. Playing on national TV in front of 11, 12 million people, however much it was, opportunity for your entire family all over the country, all over the world to watch you. We got support from as far as Australia, China, England, everywhere. Just people flowing in comments and text messages and calls from everywhere. So you can't look back and say it wasn't a successful year. Granted, we wanted to win, but you know, we went out with a bang regardless, and you know, it's an experience we'll never forget.
So now looking back at the past 4 years here at Metro State, what does this institution mean to you?
It means the world to me. You know, it's been my home for 4 years. All the people, administration, coaches, students, and friends, they're like family now. All you guys are like family now. You know, I've spent 4 years with you guys doing interviews with you. My coaches, been spending countless hours with them, my teammates. It's just a bond that'll never be broken, you know, as far as I'm concerned. It means the world to me because, you know, they helped shape the man that I am right now, you know, compared to the 4 years ago when I was a skinny little kid out of Boulder, Colorado.
So now just a quick update on the leg. Just what exactly is wrong with it, and when's the surgery going to happen?
Well, I broke it when I was younger and never really healed correctly, so it's a little crooked. It's got a little kickstand effect to it. But looking to get surgery to straighten that out. They had to wait till I was done fully grown, so I'm done with that, I think now.
Not gonna get any taller?
But there's multiple surgeries that they can do, so I got to find the right doctor to do it, so that way it gets done right.
All right, well, Jonathan, we want to thank you for joining us here on the show and for the past 4 years. It's definitely meant a lot to us here on the media side. So,
Of course, thank you guys.
all right, well, when we come back, Eric Lansing takes a closer look into the career of Jonathan Morse, and we'll also have the top 5 JMO moments and top plays. Come on back. Thanks for coming back. I want to thank Jonathan Morse once again, and Kevin, told you he's not that intimidating.
No, he really wasn't. He was a nice guy, and he was the same height when we were sitting down, so.
Well, he is a great guy and a great student, and it was a pleasure to follow this guy for an incredible 4 years wearing the red and blue. While our very own Eric Lansing wraps up the career of Jonathan Morse as one of the all-time great Roadrunners.
JMO on the block. Off the glass, good, and the bucket. The big man from Boulder working underneath for 2 points.
Jonathan Morse not only stands as one of the greatest players in Metro men's basketball history, but he can be considered as one of the all-time great Roadrunners, period. Morse started from day one and proceeded to lead his squad to the RMAC tournament title, earning all tournament team honors, and that was just his freshman year. For the next 2 years, Morse would solidify himself as one of the top players in the conference. He would record 20 double-doubles, average double figures in scoring, averaged close to 9 rebounds per game, and was named All-RMAC First Team twice. Number 44 also carried the team to back-to-back NCAA tournament appearances, which included an Elite 8 invite in his junior year. The departure of scoring machine Reggie Evans allowed Morse to take the lead of the team in his senior season, and he would not disappoint.
Court wide open is Morse, slams it down.
The 6'8 forward used his presence in the paint both offensively and defensively to propel the Roadrunners to the RMAC regular season title, the RMAC tournament title, the Central Region Championship, and a trip to the National Championship game. The big man's stats are just as impressive. In program history, JMO is 5th all-time in scoring, 1st in rebounds, 3rd in double-doubles, 1st in games started, and he is the only Roadrunner ever to reach both 1,500 points and 1,000 rebounds.
Foul and the finish. What doesn't he do?
Few careers match that of Jonathan Morse's, and you can bet the big man from Boulder will find his name among the all-time greats real soon.
The bucket and the foul, Jonathan Morse.
For the Roadrunner Review, I'm Eric Lansing.
Thanks, Eric. Now it's time for top plays in honor of Morse's great career. We'll bring you the top plays or moments from his career. We'll start it off with this year's home game against Black Hill State, where JMO swatted 7 Yellow Jacket shots en route to the 90-64 blowout win. The big man was blocking shots in the paint and blocking them from long range. Morse finished 5th in Metro State history with 126 blocks.
Metro's run in last year's Central Region Tournament features play number 4. JMO averaged 8.8 points and 8.3 rebounds, carrying the runner to the Central Region Championship game against number 1 ranked Colorado School of Mines. Morse earned all tournament team honors, leading his team to their first Elite 8 appearance since 2005.
Morse's fantastic senior campaign earned him the conference top award in RMAC Player of the Year. Morse became the 5th Roadrunner to earn that award after averaging 14.1 points per game, 8.7 rebounds, 1.4 steals, and 1.4 block shots. He also helped the squad win the RMAC regular season championship and tournament championship. It's a season we won't soon forget.
In play number 2, JMO reached 2 milestones in Metro's win against Midwestern State in the semifinals of the Central Region Tournament. Morse scored .1500 to become just the 6th Roadrunner to hit that plateau. Then in the second half, he pulled down rebound number 1,000 for his career. He now stands alone as the only Metro State player ever to attain both figures. He is also just the 5th RMAC player to ever achieve such a feat. I'm sure the RMAC Hall of Fame will be soon calling.
And the top moment is easily their win over number 1 ranked West Liberty to move on to their first championship game since 2002. The big man from Boulder scored 17 points and tallied 9 rebounds, holding the Hilltoppers to their lowest scoring game of the year in the 83-76 win. So many great moments in the career of Jonathan Morse. Maybe we should have done top 10 moments. These were your top plays, and as always, they are brought to you by Miller Coors. Miller Coors wants everyone to remember to drink responsibly. Well, we enjoyed talking with Jonathan so much that we brought him back, and Kevin, now he's a little intimidating, I guess.
Yeah, it's not the same height as when he was sitting in the stool. A little taller.
And I'm not sure how exactly you blocked all those shots, so you're not that tall.
I don't know either.
Okay.
Not in my house.
All right. Well, with that, we want to thank you for joining us, and also thank you for the past 4 years, and good luck with what you have going on next.
Of course, thank you guys.
And we'll see you next season.
Of course.
All right, sweet. All right.
And don't forget to check out GoMetroState.com for everything you need to know about Metro State sports, and tune into next month's show as we look back and bring you the highlights from the entire 2012-2013 season.
That's right. Well, thanks for joining us here on the Roadrunner Review. For Jonathan Morse, Paul Morellis, Kevin Hall, and the entire MSBN crew, I'm Peter Aragon. We'll see you next time.